His spear struck like lightning, piercing through armor and bone alike. His blade danced in the moonlight, cutting down warriors twice his size. He moved like a spirit, too fast to be caught, too fierce to be stopped. By dawn, the raiders lay dead at the gates. The villagers had seen war, but never had they witnessed one man turn the tide of battle alone. The ground was soaked with the blood of their enemies, and the few survivors fled in terror, never to return. That day, the people of Umudike embraced Obafemi as their own. Under Obafemi guidance, the village transformed. The young men trained under his watchful eyes, learning the art of the spear, the bow, and the shield. They practiced day and night, honing their strength until even the weakest among them could stand against a warrior twice their size. But Obafemi was not just a man of war, he was a man of wisdom. He knew that true strength was not in bloodshed alone, but in unity. He walked among the people, listening to their concerns, settling disputes that had lasted generations. He turned enemy into allies. Where once there was a division, he planted the seed of brotherhood. The women who had long been forced to hide in fear now walked with pride, knowing their village was protected. The children who once grew up knowing only terror now laughed and played beneath the great Iroko tree. Peace returned to Umudike, but peace is a fragile thing. Then came the Great War. A mighty warlord known as Dogo of the Black Hills sought to conquer all the villages of Odon Forest. He was a man of legend, a giant among warriors. His strength was unmatched, his cruelty infamous. He left no survivors, no cities untouched. His warriors, fierce and unrelenting, moved like locusts, leaving nothing but ashes in their wake. Word reached Umudike that Dogo was coming. The village gathered in the central square, fear gripping their hearts. Mothers clutched their children. Fathers looked to the elders for guidance. The people who had tasted peace for the first time in years felt the icy fingers of dread creeping back into their hearts. They turned to Obafemi. "Do we run?" asked an elder, his voice heavy with uncertainty. "Do we surrender?" whispered the mother, holding her child close. But Obafemi stood tall, his back straight, his eyes scanning the face of his people. Then he spoke, his voice like the rumble of thunder before a storm. "We are not cowards. We are not slaves. We are Umudike. And as long as we stand together, no warlord, no army, and no man shall break us." His word ignited the fire in the hearts of the villagers. They sharpened their weapons, strengthened their walls, and prepared for battle. The young warriors, now trained and hardened under Obafemi guidance, stood ready to defend their home. The blacksmiths worked tirelessly, forging new spears and arrows, their hammers ringing like war drums. The time had come. The great battle begins. On the morning of the first battle, as the sun rose, so did the banners of Umudike. Obafemi stood at the front, his spear gleaming in the light, his warriors beside him. The people who once feared war now stood unshaken, their hands firm on their weapons, their hearts beating as one. Then the enemy came. A sea of warriors stretched across the horizon, their chants shaking the earth, their blades thirsty for blood. They were countless. their numbers like the grain of sand on the riverbank. Obafemi smiled. He gripped his spear, its weight familiar in his hands, and whispered, "Ogun, guide my hand." Then with the force of raging storm, he charged into the fray.